likes to sing. All I know is what's within, not just the brown girl in the ring. Go to school and learn their ways, told how to think and what to say. While my mother says to pray, I pray for better days. God, please help them see they ain't no different from me. Not above, not beneath. Teach them equality. I'm not just a brown girl in the rain. I'm a girl that likes to sing. I'm not just a brown girl in the rain. I'm a girl that likes to sing. I'm more than what they think of me, more than the color tones that they see, more than urban R&B, more than the slang that I speak. Close your eyes, don't say a word, don't speak about what you see nor heard. Let's pretend that it's okay, just the way the devil likes to play. Look in my eyes, look in my eyes. I can't lie, I can't lie. All these years on my life, just from the outside. I'm not just a brown girl in the rain. I'm a girl that likes to sing. I'm not just a brown girl in the rain. I'm a girl that likes to sing. And if you don't know by now, time will show you what I'm talking about. Said if you don't know by now, time will show you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm not just a brown girl in the rain. I'm a girl that likes to sing. I'm not just a brown girl in the rain. I'm a girl that likes to sing.
Your life, don't let it go. Your life, just let it show. You're worth way more than you know. So hold on, believe. Hold on, believe. Hold on, believe. Hold on, and you. Life get hard sometimes and to live it can be difficult, and bad things seem to stick to you just like a tentacle. Don't hold on to hate, you gotta let it go. It puts more on your plate and heavy on the soul. Cut all the negativity out of your life and all toxic people, no matter the price. Alright, it's worth it. They don't deserve you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending TeamChild's educational series on racial equity in the juvenile justice system. If you need to turn on captions, please select this feature on Zoom now and later on YouTube. My name is Elisa Hovard, she, her, and I am the Director of Investments and Partnerships at TeamChild. If you have a technical question or you need some assistance, we are here on Zoom. We have TeamChild, Leah and Heather, if you need to chat them for any support. This is part 1 of our series, and we hope that you attend the other 2 parts coming in April and May. We will email more information about those soon. The theme tonight is addressing racial equity in the juvenile justice system. One of TeamChild's core values is to put young people at the center of our work. Far too often, youth encounter challenges within the systems that are supposed to support them. The education, the child welfare, the foster care, and the juvenile court system. And in many cases, these systems are not designed to hear from young people, even if they speak up. TeamChild is committed to the idea that tackling these system failures requires listening to young people. Our mission is to provide holistic legal representation to help youth secure the education, healthcare, housing, and other supports they need to achieve positive outcomes in their lives. We can't do that without listening carefully to our clients. Client feedback informs our work as we walk alongside young people in creating positive change for them individually and also in the systems they encounter through training, public advocacy, and legislation. This is why this event is so special to us. The young people you will hear from tonight created the content alongside us. Before we get started, a few things to note. We are starting our program on Zoom and we'll be transitioning to YouTube to premiere our video. We will pop the YouTube link in the chat and you will also see the link on a slide as well. Also, if you would like to know more about our work or this particular topic, an email will go out right after this event with contact details for us and how you can get more involved. We will end our event on YouTube after our video premiere, so this may seem very premature, but thank you so much for attending this very special event and look out for our follow-up email on how you can get more involved. I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors of our education series. A very special thank you to Microsoft for being a legacy sponsor. Next, without further delay, I would like to introduce you to Sonia Thomas, she, her, a legal assistant who works on the Juvenile Rehabilitation Institutions and Reentry Program team.
Thank you, Elisa. Hi, everyone. As she mentioned, my name is Sonia Thomas, and I am the legal assistant for the Juvenile Rehabilitation Program here at TeamChild. As some of you know, we work with young people ages 12 to 24 who are incarcerated in juvenile prisons. Our work is very important for many different reasons, as we all are very passionate about everything that we do to advocate for young people who have faced or are facing institutional racism and oppression from so many system failures. It is unfortunate to say, but many of us present here today have experienced these failures in some way or another and can understand the disappointment, the frustration, and the pain that it all brings upon us and to the people around us. Statistics show that in Washington state alone, African-American youth are 5 times more likely than white youth to be incarcerated. And what about the fact that it can cost up to $88,000 per year to imprison a child, but only $12,000 per year for public education? Imagine what it would be like if it were the other way around. We at TeamChild advocate to replace these harsh approaches of incarceration with community-driven solutions. Now, something else that will be discussed in the video tonight and that I would like to bring everyone's attention to, because it is often overlooked and many times hidden in communities of color, is mental health. Experts say that over 70% of young people entering juvenile prisons experience mental health issues that often go unseen and untreated. This doesn't even include those who develop mental health issues after being incarcerated, and it does not include how those who have existing conditions are affected after being incarcerated. Cases of PTSD, anxiety, and depression, just to name a few. Now, I'm going to tell you a story, and it's an emotional story, but I am hoping that it will bring these numbers to life and help you feel what so many experience today. It is a story about a young African American man who, like so many of the youth we help today, never had his voice heard. He was born with a good heart and with all the best intentions, but was not given the choice to choose what family he was born into, nor did he have certain privileges that some have. I remember him telling me with tears in his eyes about how he wanted so bad to change for the better and be able to stop being so angry at the world and all its injustices. He had dreams about being happy and proving to everybody that never believed in him that he could be the man that could provide for his family while setting the best example to all of his children. I remember every single disappointment, every system failure, and every time he was turned down for a job or housing due to felonies, not to mention the regular daily pressures. He would tell me that he felt like he was the one failing everybody. This really did make him really believe that his only option was to resort back to what he knew best, the streets, and to escape his realities. A continuous cycle that for many is so hard to break when you are not given the proper tools to succeed and you don't know any different. It was extremely difficult for him to even imagine the possibility of living a better life because it had always been the same way his whole entire life. So, so many things that he had to overcome, so much mental trauma, and so many barriers to hurdle over that he could never see the end. That is what happened in this story. The story of my husband, who is not here today to tell his own story because he was never able to see the end to all the madness and could no longer fight for his justice and his freedom. This is why I'm here today and why it takes, I take it as my personal mission to help others find their voice and not let them go unseen. The struggle is so very real, and there are so many things that can be done to bring awareness and ideas that can be put together to bring solutions. This is also why TeamChild feels that it is important to show what is possible for communities by hearing from those that have experienced the system firsthand. We had the opportunity to kick off our virtual educational series on racial equity featuring former Seahawk player Doug Baldwin Jr. And we also don't get very many opportunities to hear from youth who are incarcerated, and felt it important for this event to center them so that they can be heard. With all this being said, I am very excited to present to you two very special individuals who have so much to share and many ideas on what is needed to help our communities. Since they are not able to be live with us tonight, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about them. They are both currently incarcerated at Green Hill School, a juvenile rehabilitation prison in Chehalis, Washington. While there, Keenan Adams Kennard strives to do what he can to prepare the way for the next 7 generations. And Jawan, everybody talks about, who as a former delinquent turned activist, has taken on being a leader of his community with the intent of educating his peers and others. They both sat down together and created questions to ask Doug Baldwin Jr. on the topic of racial equity in the juvenile justice system. A partnership began as they sat together to imagine what is possible for juvenile justice transformation by addressing racial equity, prevention strategies, and what is possible for their communities. What you are going to see in this video tonight is Keenan and Juwan interviewing Doug Baldwin Jr. and offer their own thoughts on what young people need to thrive. We are now ready to premiere our video featuring Juwan, Keenan, and Doug Baldwin Jr. And I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. And I hope you all enjoy our video. And now is the time that you can go ahead and click on the YouTube link in the chat. Thank you, and you all have a good night.
Your life, don't let it go. Your life, just let it show. Your worth way more than you know. So